Well, hello everybody and welcome to Vinyltreasures. I'm your host, Johnny G. John Galindo coming to you live on this Saturday evening, September 27th, 2025. I want to welcome you to the Vinyltreasure Show. It's the 50s and early 60s edition. On this Saturday evening, we're live on Oldies and More Radio, also live on the YouTube stream. I apologize I had no intentions of being late tonight, but I was doing a couple of fixes on the write-ups, and I said, well, let me print this out. It's getting really close to the time, and all the settings were all off. That's because I had to redo the file. Charlene, I had to redo the file, and all the margins were messed up. So it wasn't printing out correctly at all. And I need a script. I mean, I have a lot of things up in my head, but I don't have everything up in my head. But anyway, not to dwell on it, I have something here. I hope I can read it because my eyes are getting bad with the cataracts. But anyway, we opened up tonight's show. All requests tonight. I have all requests. I think the vocal opener is my selection, and I have a Collector's Corner record to play tonight. And everything else are all requests by you, the listeners. But we're here from 9 p.m. till about 12:30. We'll say we're pushing for that, but we might go a little longer. I only have about 40 records to play, but I apologize. I had no intentions of being late. But anyway, whoa. Of course, opened up with pianist, and my print is not even right on this. Oh, my goodness. Opened. I should just quit and start over. Opened up with a pianist, organist, band leader, arranger from Cleveland, Ohio. And a request for listener Edmund Williams. I didn't see if everybody in the chat room there. I apologize for that. I was going to be all ready, but Edmund Williams requested this. The debut single for Ernie Freeman, his first of two on John Dolphin's Cash label out of Hollywood, California. The song is called Jivin' Around, Part 1. Okay, it's Ernie Freeman and his combo. Now, the combo included Ernie on piano, Irving Ashby on guitar, Joe Comfort on bass, and Ray Martinez on drums. And this one here from October 55, that one there by request for Edmund Williams, Ernie Freeman combo, Jivin' Around, Part 1 on Cash. Of course, after Cash, he has a whole bunch of releases on the Imperial record label, and also did so much studio work with so many great acts out in the Los Angeles, California area. Well, thank you all for being patient with Johnny G, but let's start off the vocal portion here. I always liked this next record, always did, since the first time I heard it on the Murray the K. I don't know if it was Golden Gassers or whatever it was, but that's where I first heard it. And we open up the vocal portion with this group out of Cincinnati, Ohio. It's their debut single. Came out on Jerry Herman's Note Records. Note Records was out of Indianapolis, Indiana. And all the members were attending Central High School at the time. And there was a student there by the name of William Pers Tyrus. Okay, William Tyrus, who was writing songs. And he wrote both sides of their first single, and he gave them the songs to record. And what they did is they traveled up to Chicago, Illinois, to Leonard Chess's Chess Studios and recorded both sides of this 45. Now, Jerry Herman, he made a deal with the Chess, and he said, well, look, you can distribute the song nationally on your label, but I'm going to distribute it locally in Cincinnati and the surrounding cities here in Ohio. So that was the deal, and that's how it went down. But so many of you may own this on the Checker label, because that was where Leonard Chess put it out on his Checker label. But the group included Dorsey Porter, first tenor, Roy Ford, second tenor, John Bolden, baritone, Richard Johnson, the bass, and Leroy King. He was the lead singer. And one more member, the guitarist on this, which is a cool guitar intro on this, his name was Ralph Bird. Let's go to July of 1958. We opened the vocal portion with this great record. I'll call it a classic. They're called The Students on the Note record label. It's called Every Day of the Week. The Students. Here you go. There you go. We open up the vocal portion there with the great sound of The Students. I gotta say that that is a very catchy tune. And you know, when I was in high school and I had my younger peers or my friends, and they knew that Johnny G was into this type of music, I'd play records like that for them or tell them about that record, and they really dug on a bunch of the tunes, and that was one of them they liked. Another one that they liked was Curtis Lee. I think it was Pretty Little Angel Eyes on the Dunes. That was another record. And they liked all the Richie Valens records. I mean, I was into like rock and roll and records like that that were played on the New York radio. And they don't get played anymore. And you might hear them on Sirius XM. And I think some of the stations, I think like where in Philadelphia may still play that tune, but they don't play it anymore here in New York radio. It's unfortunate, but that is a great record, I have to say. Really never get tired of it. That's Leroy King on lead, The Students, from July 1958. It featured it on the Note label, and it's I don't think it's that easy to get on the Note record label, or at least to find it clean. And their other record is great too, My Vow to You. The flip side of this is a killer record, I'm So Young, and even That's How I Feel is a cool record too. The Students, they should have did more, but they did not. But anyway, welcome to the Vinyltreasure Show. If you are new to this program, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. Tell your friends about it. And this is the second show of the week. Unfortunately, I couldn't do the show Thursday. I don't know about this Thursday. I will see, but to keep on tuning into YouTube, I think you get if I do, I just posted Bill Olb's guest spot here on the 16th of October, the gospel show he'll be doing. But I don't know if any of you do get the, when I put those notifications up, if you are subscribed, if you do get them. You may get them when I'm just about to go live. They may remind you. But anyway, you know, on this show, we play the music chronologically here. So we, and I don't think many shows do that, play their records by year, but I do that. And we're going to open up here with a record that was recorded in 1949, but it was released in 1955, September of 1955. And this is a request for listener Jack Saperstein in New Jersey. Have to say hi to Jack. This group is, though, from Columbus, Ohio. First recording for the Capitol label back in 1948. But in 1949, they signed with Bess Berman's Apollo record label, had their first session on November 14th of 1949. And from that session, Apollo released their first single, on a 78, not on a 45, in May of 1950. It was called 5 O'Clock Blues, back with Cool Saturday Night, which is what we're having tonight, although Johnny G was late. But the group would do extensive backup work for Savannah Churchill and also for Betty McLaurin, but it would take 5 years for Bess Berman to release their next Apollo single. So this was their second single that Jack Saperstein requested, again, recorded on that November 14th, 1949, but not released till September of 55. Now, I think what she said was, according to Marv Goldberg, that this song was like ahead of its time. So that gave her the reason to release it in 55, but you could be the judge. It features Eugene Strider on lead. This is by request for Jack Saperstein, the sound of the Striders on the Apollo label. It's called Hesitating Fool. This is for Jack. Here you go.
Hesitating fool, and that's what I've always been. Whatever game I play, I feel the same old way, for I can't seem to win. I'm a hesitating fool, I can't even get a start. The phrases that I say, oh, seem to disobey the feelings in my heart. I need somebody who I could give my confidence to. I hope someday to find just the one I have in mind. I'm a hesitating fool, I'll always be that way too. Unless by turn of fate I wouldn't hesitate if I met one like you. I need somebody who I could give my confidence to. I hope someday to find just the one I have in mind. I'm a hesitating fool, I'll always be that way too. Unless by turn of fate I wouldn't hesitate if I
Yeah, so what did what did you think about that, folks? 1949. Maybe it sounded a little bit advanced for its time because I think that's a cool record from actually recorded in 1949, the fall of 1949. But they released that in September of 1955 on an Apollo 45. I think that was on a 78 also, I think. But that's the Striders. That one there by request for Jack Saperstein. And the song entitled Hesitating Fool, Eugene Strider on lead. Well, those who hesitate don't get the worm. Is that how it goes? Johnny G here on a Saturday. If you are new to this program, please consider subscribing. Don't know if I said that yet or not. But anyway, let us continue here. How about another one from the year 1949? As this is a request for listener Casey Hines in Paris. Played the flip side of this a couple weeks ago, I think, for Jack Saperstein. The Four Tunes, their first release for the RCA record label, it was called Careless Love, but Casey requested the flip side of the 45. This tune written by Sid Tepper and Roy Brodsky. It features Danny Owens on lead by request for Casey Hines in Paris. This one released in May of 1949, so this is a 1949 single. I put this on my Facebook wall. It looks like it's like clear vinyl. It's not. It's like kind of like cherry red, no, actually lighter than that. It's like a light red. You saw it. It features Danny Owens on lead. Let's go to May of 1949 for Casey in Paris. The Four Tunes. It's called You're Heartless. The Four Tunes. Here you go.
Why must I beg for your kiss after you made me fall? Why do you treat me like this? Have you no heart at all? Heartless, how can you be so cruel? You're heartless, making me play the fool. You build my dreams, then tumble them down. I speak of love, you call me a clown. Heartless, my heart is yours to take. Please take it, or it will surely break. Don't be so heartless, or there will be a heartless in me. Heartless, how can you be so cruel? You heartless, making me play the fool. You build my dreams, then tumble them down. I speak of love, you call me a clown. You heartless, my heart is yours to take. Please take it, or it will surely break. Don't be so heartless, or there will be a heartless in me. Don't be so heartless to me.
There you go. Whoops, too loud, Johnny. There you go. The sound. Oh, that sounds good. That copy is great. That's Greg's copy, which was which was really cheap. But there you go. The sound of the four tunes. That is Danny Owens on lead. That one there going out to Casey Hines in Paris, an early side there, May 1949, on the RCA record label. You're Heartless is the name of the tune. I know some people who are heartless, by the way. Big Dave Swinger, you said something. Show the light through this thing. So let me see if I could do that, folks. You said, because what is the color? Chartreuse? Is that what Mike Sape said? So here's the record, okay? Let me see. So here's the record. I have my phone here. And let me see. I won't shine it in your eyes, but let's see how it looks here. If I could do the phone here. Here's my flashlight. So I don't want to. Let me see if I can do this right. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Can you see that? What does that look like? It looks white. It looks like it's white. That's how it was on my see, it looks white, don't it? But it looks better like this. You know, looks better. It looks cool like this. If it's not so bright, that's what messes it up. But anyway, there you go. And it had one little pop in it, but my other copy had a lot of pops in it that I got from Spence. But this was cheap. I says, I can't let this go for that price. So I took it. But anyway, I like the record, I have to say. As we continue here on the Vinyltreasure Show, we went from 1949. Let's move to 1952 now. And we fill a request for listeners Frank and Jerry Gingaro. They are, Frank and Jerry may be listening, and if you are, I say hello to Frank and Jerry. Hope you're having a good time. Family is very important, I have to say. And they requested the Ravens. Now, after the Ravens releases on Columbia and also on the OK label, they signed with Mercury in the fall of 1951. I think with their first release, they backed up Dinah Washington on Out in the Cold Again. I think that was the tune. But let's give a listen to their third release that Frank and Jerry requested. This is on the Mercury label. It features the bass man, and you know the bass man, his name is Jimmy Ricks, and he does a great rendition of this Cole Porter tune. At this time, the group included Jimmy Ricks, Louis Frazier, Jimmy Stewart Jr., and Joe Van Loan. And this, of course, features the bass man on the lead, Jimmy Ricks, from February 52. The Ravens on Mercury by request for Frank and Jerry Gingaro. It's called, and this one's scratchy a little bit. It's called Begin the Begin. My 78 is cleaner. But here you go for Frank and Jerry. Here you go.
It brings back a song of music so tender. Well, it brings back a night of tropical splendor. When they begin, the begin. Wow, 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 wow. To live it again is past all endeavor. Touches my heart, and there we are, swearing to love forever, and promising never, never to part. Well, what moments divine, yes, what rapture serene. Till clouds came along to disperse the joys we had tasted. And now when I hear people curse the chance that was wasted, I not know but too well what they mean. So don't let them begin, let the love that was once apart remain and let it speak with the dead desire I'll always remember. Oh, when they began, the beginning. Till you whisper to me once more, darling, I love you. And when you suddenly know what heaven we're in, when they begin, oh, when they begin,
There you go, the sound of the Ravens here on the Vinyltreasure Show. And Jimmy Ricks on lead there. But really, you heard Maith Marshall there also. And, no, I'm sorry, not Maith Marshall, Joe Van Loan with that high voice. And that one there, February 1952, what I say is their third release on the Mercury label. Begin the Begin, that one there going out to listeners Frank and Jerry Gingaro. Of course, Frank Gingaro is the host, or one of the hosts, a co-host to the R&B Serenade. Frank Gingaro and Gordon Skagberg bring you that rhythm and blues serenade on Sunday afternoons beginning at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 3 to 6, on WRHU-FM 88.7 out of Hofstra University. And Frank will have the first hour tomorrow, and you can tune into that. If you can't get the station, you can tune in on hofstra.edu. That is the site you'll see to listen live, and the players are good. You can click any of the players there to tune into the R&B Serenade. That's with Frank and Gordon tomorrow beginning at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Radio Hofstra. Also on the internet. Johnny G is live on a Saturday evening. Thank you all for being here. If you like what you're hearing, please give me a thumbs up. Tell your friends about this program. And I think Mike Sape, you said, what is a begin? Well, I think what they mean with that is like the start, they're beginning the start of their, I guess, their romance is what they're doing. Maybe somebody's starting their romance of this show, the Vinyltreasure Show, that you're watching Johnny G on your ITVs or on your phone, or they're watching me downstairs. My sister Tony's here tonight, and she's probably on her laptop. My mother's on the tablet, but I have my other PC down there too in case the tablet goes out of sync. But anyway, let us continue here on the Vinyltreasure Show. Lots of requests in the early 50s. You folks like the early, and the whole thing of playing the records by year is some people don't like a lot of the early sides. They're too, like, I don't know what you can call it, but they're not. There's not a lot of instrumentation and whatnot. It's a lot of vocalizing, and some people like the mid to later 1950s, and some even like the early 1960s. But we play it all here on the Vinyltreasure Show. So let us continue here, and let's fill a request now for listener Gary Hendren in Alabama. I think, Gary, this is the first time you gave me one this early, but it's okay. It is. This group, discovered by Johnny Otis. I think he was working at the time, at this early stage, a talent scout for Sid Nathan, both for Federal and Deluxe Records, or Federal and King and Deluxe Records. But Johnny Otis wrote the group's debut single. You may know it, or maybe you know it by Gladys Knight and the Pips. Maybe you know it. A song called Every Beat of My Heart. Well, it was first done by this group. Okay. But Gary requested the group's fourth release for the Federal record label. It features Charles Sutton on lead. I think Henry Booth comes in a little later on. Maybe he's in on the bridge, I think, possibly. But this is from September 52, an early side for Gary in Alabama. Here are the Royals, not the Five Royals. The Royals, not the Five Royals. The Royals on Federal. Well, the song is called "A Love in My Heart." This is going out to Gary Hendren. Here you go, Gary, for you.
I've missed you so since we've been apart. I'm beginning to start. Oh, I've needed you so since that time ago. I'm beginning to know. I've got that feeling in my heart that we could live not apart. Love's flame is dying out. Please come back and kindle the spark. Still I know that we should never be apart. I'm beginning to start. I've got that feeling in my heart. Yes, that we could live not far apart. Love's flame was dying out. Please come back and kindle the spark. Still I know that we should never be apart. I'm beginning to start.
There you go. That's the sound of the Royals. Did I say the Royals, not the Five Royales? The Royals is the name of the group. That one there going out to Gary Hendren in Alabama, September 1952, on the Gold Top Federal for that one. I don't think that's an easy record to find. I think that's one of the harder ones to find. Moonrise is also high. Their first one, starting from tonight, is another one that's hard to find, I think, which I need a better copy of, but I didn't see that in Greg's collection. Somebody took that one. But this is Charles Sutton on lead for Gary in Alabama. "A Love in My Heart" is the name of the tune. I want to welcome all the new listeners to the program here. So thank you all that are coming into this program. And I would ask you, if you are signed into YouTube, if you would consider to subscribe to my YouTube channel, because it keeps the copyright police away. They shut me down on Wednesday evening with the soul records. I got through the majority of the show, but they shut me down, and then they posted it up. They identified but they let them play the AI is totally bonkers because it doesn't identify the songs properly. So when I'm live and it recognizes something as being an international song, it'll come up with this copyright thing because they identified 3 songs as being from other countries. Of course, I'm not playing songs from other countries. These are all U.S. presses. So they better fix it right because I lost half my audience with that. And that's a problem. It is a major problem here. I have a lot of people and these are people that pay for subscriptions with YouTube because they don't want to get the commercials. I don't allow them to put commercials on my show. I'm on Oldies and More Radio anyway. I'm not going to put commercials on Oldies and More Radio when I'm broadcasting simultaneously. It ain't happening. But, so it's my election not to do it, but then they shut me down anyway, and I'm not happy with that. Unfortunately, I can't go to another platform because there's lots of people. I mean, they give me some leeway, but it's tough. I kind of have to walk on eggs with YouTube. But anyway, enough of my babbling. Let us continue here. Let's fill a request now for listener Oldies fan, a.k.a. Joseph Smith, in our YouTube chat room. This is another, thank you, David Vilma. So much appreciated for that. This is another early side Oldies fan. This is the first time you requested a record from 1952, I guess. But it's this great singer. His real name, it's a debut single for John Marshall Alexander. Okay, now he was born June 9th, 1929 in Memphis, Tennessee, and he died Christmas Day, December 25th, 1954. Now, supposedly, accidentally, shooting himself backstage in Houston, Texas. He was performing at the City Auditorium in Houston, and during a break between the sets, he was playing with a .32 caliber revolver, supposedly. Now, some say he was playing Russian roulette. Not really. It wasn't really the game of Russian roulette because there were 2 different accounts of people that were there. At least they were interviewed later on about how it happened. But his bass player, Curtis Tillman, witnessed it. He said he witnessed it, and he said that he was drinking. Well, that was probably the fact in both cases, that he was drinking and he was waving his gun, waving it around the table and whatnot, and said, it's okay, the gun isn't loaded, okay? Or it was loaded with 1 bullet, I don't know. So he pointed it at himself and he pressed the trigger, and I think it hit him in the side of the head, and he died. Okay, that was his Curtis Tillman's witnessed that. Now, the other person that witnessed it, okay, was Big Mama Thornton, because she was performing on the same show. And she ran out, when that happened, she ran out of his dressing room yelling that Johnny Ace killed himself, running out of the room there. So Thornton had a different take, though. She said that Johnny was pointing the gun at his girlfriend and another girl that was sitting there. Maybe he was playing, fooling around with the guns, because he said something to the effect that he was bragging that he knew which chamber was loaded with the bullet. But then he pointed it at himself. He was pointing it at the girls, then he pointed it at himself, and then he pulled the trigger, and it kind of went off, and he was gone. That's what he did, playing around. But he was probably intoxicated doing this, and maybe he forgot. But anyway, that is the sad ending on December 25th of 1954 for Johnny Ace. But this is actually, I think this side charted too, possibly. I know the other side of this did a song called My Song that was recorded by so many people, but Oldies fan selected the flip side of the record. It's on Don Robey's Duke record label, his first of 10, and this is from July 1952. Johnny Ace on Duke. And you saw me playing around with the with the shell there. I had to change the needle to a 78 needle because this does not play well with a 45 needle. But let's give it a spin for Oldies fan in our YouTube chat room, Johnny Ace. It's called Follow the Rule, Johnny Ace. For Oldies fan, here you go.
Wanna be my baby, must follow the rules I made. If you wanna be my baby, you must follow the rules I made. Cause the thing you're handing me, a thing that I can't take. If you wanna be my baby, you gotta make up your mind. If you wanna be my baby, you gotta make up your mind. Cause the thing you're handing me, about to make me lose my mind. Well, you left me this morning, 2:30. I love you, baby, and I don't know what to do. Wanna be my baby, follow the rules I made. Cause the thing you handed me, a thing that I can take. Make up your lonesome mind. Yes, if you wanna be my baby, don't keep me worried all the time. Cause if you wanna be my baby, tell me what's on your mind. Wanna be my baby, if you wanna be my baby, if you wanna be my baby, if you wanna be my baby. If you wanna be my baby, follow the rules I made.
There you go. Whoops. There you go. That one there by request for Oldies fan, a.k.a. Joseph Smith, in our YouTube chat room. That's the sound of Johnny Ace. Johnny Ace from July 1952. And on Don Robey's Duke record label, that is the flip side to my song, a song entitled Follow the Rule. Yes, Graylin, that tone arm got a ride because there is a little bit of a storage warp on that. I found that at the Yonkers Raceway Flea Market for 10 cents. You can't go wrong. And I paid $30 for another copy of that. I found it in the box downstairs, but it doesn't play as well as that. A record I bought from dealer Mike Demersion. But anyway, let us continue here on the Vinyltreasure Show. Fill a request now for listener Gordy Freeman in our YouTube chat room. And we head to Detroit, Michigan for this group. This is their debut single. This is on the Lee Tone record label. And this group would later record for the Fascination label, if you're familiar with a tune called Rosie Lee, which also would be picked up by, was it G Records that picked it up too, I think? Anyway, but they were known as the Mellow Tones. It was actually this is spelled with one L. They would then respell it with two L's. But here are the Mellow Tones. This was their first record. It features Jerry Carr on lead from 1952. This is a rare 45 on the Lee Tone label for Gordy Freeman in our YouTube chat room. The Mellow Tones with Prayer of Love. This is for Gordy. Here you go.
My baby, she has left me, and all I do and don't let her leave me this way. That's why I am begging, crying, please. Hear my plea and send her back, bring her back. Yes, anyway you get her back, but get my baby back to me. Oh Lord, up above, won't you show her my true love and make her understand that I want to be her man. That's why I'm begging, crying, please. Hear my plea and send her back, bring her back. Yes, anyway you get her back, but get my baby back to me. Oh, darling, yes, darling, I love you. But tell me, what am I going to do when you, yes, darling, you keep telling me that we're through, that we are through. That's why I'm begging, crying, please. Hear my plea and send her back, bring her back. Yes, anyway you get her back, but get my baby back to me forever and ever. Amen.
Yeah, Rare 45's here for a Saturday evening. That one there going out to Gordy Freeman in our YouTube chat room. That's the sound of the Mellow Tones. That's their debut single. Came out on Lee Tone Records from 1952. Prayer of Love is the name of the tune. Let us move on here. We still have two records to go in 1952, and then it gets less. I think 1957 is my other biggest year, and not many in the 1960s. But the Ravens return here to the program. I couldn't find this record last week, but I did find it this week. It was in the boxes up here of records that I purchased. Well, I had this for a while. I just haven't cleaned it in so many years, but I finally did. But this is for Big Dave Swinger in our YouTube chat room, and he requested the Ravens again. This one, though, is on the OK record label. After Columbia, they moved them over to the R&B subsidiary OK Records, and they had a 3 on OK. This is their third. This song dates back, though, to 1947, done by Ray Dorey on the Majestic label. And this is, let me see, this one issued in June of 1952, and there are two voices on this one. You're going to hear a Jimmy Ricks and also Maith Marshall on this tune from June of 1952 by request for Big Dave Swinger in our YouTube chat room. The Ravens on OK Records, and these are vinyl presses too, folks. Some pops on this one though, and their rendition of the tune Mamzelle. This is for Big Dave. Here you go.
A small cafe, Mamzelle, a rendezvous, Mamzelle. The violins were low and sweet, and so were you, Mamzelle. And as the years rolled by, your kiss became a sigh.
Your lovely eyes seem to sparkle like wine does. No heart ever yearned the way that mine does for you.
And yet I know too, someday you'll say goodbye, and violins will cry, and so will I, Mamselle.
A small cafe, mademoiselle, a rendezvous, mademoiselle. The violins were warm and sweet, and so were you, mademoiselle. And as the years go by, your kiss becomes a sigh. Your lovely eyes seem to sparkle just like mine does. No heart ever yearned the way that mine does for you.
And yet I know too well someday you'll say goodbye, and violins will cry, and so will I, mademoiselle.
There you go, the sound of the Ravens here on the Vinyltreasure show, and that one there going out to a listener, Big Dave Swinger. Well, you see, song entitled Mamselle from June of 1952. That's on the OK record label. Well, you see here, Chris, the lighting is kind of weird because it depends. This shirt, I think this is a black shirt if I'm not. This is black. I have a light here. It's kind of bright, so when it comes in on my head, yes, my mother says the same thing. I should have listen, Arch is getting me to buy fedoras here. There was supposedly, my mother told me there is a fedora somewhere in the house, but it's, my sister goes, you're not going to wear that. I said, well, I don't know. Maybe I should wear a hat. Maybe I could, if I wear a hat, maybe if I wear the hat, it's got like a better tint. It's like a better tint. You don't see the top of but my head is big. I got a big head. And so I have to have them custom made. So and again, I got to make sure I talk into the mic because Charlene will yell at me. But anyway, there you go. The sound of the Ravens here on the Vinyltreasure show. That one they're going out to Big Dave. We're going to stay in 1952. Let's go to Harlem, New York now. Fill a request for listener Karen Efron. She will be here in the Vinyltreasure studios in November on a Thursday afternoon. So we're looking forward to having Karen Efron here on the Vinyltreasure show. What will that be? I think it's was it the 13th, Karen? I think Johnny G losing my mind here as I got so many things going on. But she requested this, a great group out of Harlem, New York. They recorded for Sid Nathan's King record label. I'm talking about the Checkers. Now, this group was formed by two ex-members of the Dominoes. Bill Brown, he was the bass of the Dominoes, and also second tenor Charlie White. And this was the group's debut single, and features Charlie White on lead. And this one from August of 1952. Here are the Checkers by request. I'm not laughing at Karen. I'm laughing at something else. This is going out to Karen Efron in our YouTube chat room. A great tune. The Checkers on the King label. It's called Flame in My Heart. The Checkers for Karen. Here you go.
it's been a long time that I've been carrying this torch for you. Won't you please reconsider and come back to me? Oh, my loving darling, so that we can start new.
Go. Great tune there. They like that one there in the YouTube chat room. That's a great sound there. That's Charlie White on lead with the Checkers on Sid Nathan's King record label, song entitled Flame in My Heart. What a great record that is, from August 1952. I'm glad I got a great copy on that record. I forget where I bought that record. I bought some of my some papers up here for some of the records that I bought from some of the people here. I didn't see Reed. Is Reed in my chat room there? Because I haven't asked him a question about one of the dealers I bought records from in Washington State. He may know that dealer because I found a whole bunch of papers there. But when we get to the Arthur Lee May, I want to say something also. But let us continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Finally moving into the year 1953. Got one record out of 1953 as we head to Chicago and fill a request now for listener Edmund Williams, who was in the... Edmund, are you working tonight? I know he wasn't working this week, but he requested this tune, and he requested the instrumental. Again, I will feature an instrumental request if you have one. You can send it to Johnny G at vinyltreasures@AOL.com. That is the contact number. But he requested the debut single for this group on Art Sheridan's Chance record label. They had 6 releases on the label. This was their first, and they recorded this January 28th of 1953. They released it in March of 53. It features Solly McElroy on lead, and going out to Edmund Williams, the great sound of the Flamingos on Chance. It's called Someday, Some Way. This is for Edmund Williams. Here you go. Got some scratches.
Someday, some way, oh, baby, you realize that you can't go around breaking hearts and telling lies. Oh, someday, some way, oh, baby, you find so good that you can't go around hurting the one who's loving you. Well, you treat me like oh, how mean can you be? But someone is going to treat you just like you treat for me. Oh, someday, some way, oh, baby, you see the lie that you had a good man, but you just couldn't treat him right. Well, somebody's going to treat you, oh, just like you did for me. Oh, someday, some way, oh, see the light that you had a good man, but you just wouldn't treat him right. Oh, you had a good man,
Great sound of the Flamingos there. That one there going out to Edmund Williams in our YouTube chat room. Like I said, it's not easy even to find that record clean anywhere you're going to find that record. Maybe on 78 you can get it, but it's more common on the 78. Not that common to get on a 45, though. I remember I was in one of the New Jersey shows. Greg Surik tapped me on the shoulder. He said, I just picked this up. I want to move it. I think he wanted couple $100 for the record. It says it's got some scratches and it's not mint. I wasn't going to wait around to find a mint copy. It was going to be more than $200 on a mint copy, but he sold me that and I took it. I'm going to tell you, it's not that you're going to see that record around a lot on a 45, but there you go. The Flamingos there, Solly McElroy. That's their debut single on the Chance label, Someday, Some Way, from March of 1953. But some way, someday, well, we are here. Some way, Johnny G will get here to do the Vinyltreasure show. And again, I just got delayed today. And everything was a good day today because I didn't rush. I wasn't under pressure. It was really nice and whatever, but I panicked when I printed out the cheat sheets. But anyway, let us continue here. Let's move into 1954. Got some records from the year 1954. Up next, or up first, I should say, is a request for listener Mike Sape. He wants to send this tune out to your host, Johnny G, and also wants to send it out to Karen Efron in our YouTube chat room as we go to Washington, D.C. for this great group. And this was a big #2 hit for the group. They had a bunch of R&B hits for the Atlantic record label. And this was their 9th release, their 9th of 22 releases for Atlantic Records. And we heard Charlie White earlier as a member as a member of the Checkers. Well, guess what? Here he is here as a member of the Clovers. Okay, and this is from February of 1954 by request from Mike Sape in our YouTube chat room, going out to Karen Efron and to me. Thank you, Mike. The Clovers on Atlantic. It's called Little Mama from February 54. Here you go. There you go, the great sound of the Clovers. The Clovers here on the Vinyl Treasure Show by request for listener Mike Sape, sending it out to Karen Efron and Johnny G. February 54 release, their 9th release for the Atlantic record label. Little Mama is the name of the tune. I'm not going to say what I wanted to say, but anyway, let us continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show, and we are in the 1954 block. Let's fill a request for Gary Spring in Canada, also in our YouTube chat room, this great group out of Indianapolis, Indiana, and they spent their entire career recording for Randy Wood's Dot record label. It's too bad they didn't do any more records, only had 8 releases on the Dot label between January 1954 and January 1956. And Gary requested their debut single, and this was their biggest record, charting number 6 on the Billboard R&B chart. Their biggest hit. Great group here. They're called The Counts. Okay, The Counts from January 54. It features Chester Brown on lead by request for Gary Spring in our YouTube chat room. The Counts with Darling Dear. Here you go for Gary.
You know I need you so.
There you go. That one there by request for Gary Spring in our YouTube chat room. That is a pick hit in our YouTube chat room. Many people like that tune. I mean, I like that tune also. The Counts are a great group out of Indianapolis, Indiana, January 54. That's their debut single on Randy Wood's record label. Chester Brown, the great lead of the Counts, Darling Dear. You know, the Flexi 78 sounds phenomenal on that record, which I think I have played on a Thursday afternoon show. Johnny G is your disc jockey here for a Saturday evening. Thank you all for being here. We're live on Oldies and More Radio, also live on the YouTube stream. Please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. We keep the copyright police away when we do that. And let us continue in the year 1954. Fill a request for listener Tommy Albergo. Tommy, you're running out of songs on your list, so you got to send me another list, as you requested this group out of Winston-Salem, North Carolina. They had 9 releases on Bess Berman's Apollo record label. This Tommy requested their 8th release. This tune written by the guitarist of the group, his name Loman Pauling, and this is with Charlie Little Jazz Ferguson and his orchestra. This charted on the R&B chart. This was a number 17 record on the R&B chart from April 1954. Let's give a listen to the 5 Royales. The 5 Royales on Apollo, Johnny Tanner on lead. The name of the tune is called I Like It Like That. This is for Tommy Albergo. Here you go.
I like it like that. Yes, I like it like that. I like it like that. Yes, I like it like that. I like it like that. Yes, I like it like that. I like it like that. Yes, I like it like that. That's my kind of baby. That's my kind of baby. I like it like that. Yes, I like it like that. I like it like that. Yes, I like it like that. I like it like that. Yes, I like it like that. I like it like that. Yes, I like it like that. I like it like that. Yes, I like it like that. That's my kind of baby. That's my kind of baby. I like it like that. Yes, I like it like that. Well, me and my baby, we'll fuss and fight. Then we get together, make love all night. I like it like that. Yes, I like it like that. I like it like that. Yes, I like it like that. I like it like that. Yes, I like it like that. I like it like that. Yes, I like it like that. That's my kind of baby. That's my kind of baby. I like it like that. Yes, I like it like that. I like it like that. Me too. I like it like that. We don't want to jazz. What? Oh, I like it like this. I like it like that. Yes, I like it like that. I like it like that. Yes, I like it like that. I like it like that. Yes, I like it like that. I like it like that. Yes, I like it like that. That's my kind of baby. That's my kind of baby. I like it like that. Yes, I like it like that. Well, she tell me she do. She tell me that she don't. Kiss her one time and get anything I want. I like it like that. Yes, I like it like that. I like it like that. Yes, I like it like that. I like it like that. Yes, I like it like that. I like it like that. Yes, I like it like that. That's my kind of baby. That's my kind of baby. I like it like that. Yes, I like it like that.
Yeah, they like that one there in the YouTube chat room. That one there by request for Tommy Albergo. That's the sound of the Five Royales. Five Royales on the Apollo label, April 1954. That's Johnny Tanner on lead. Song entitled I Like It Like That. And if you like it like the way Johnny G does it, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. Click that thumbs up if you dig what you're hearing. Tell your friends about this program, as nobody does it like Johnny G. And I have a story with this. Well, actually, it's not really a story, but it relates. I pulled up some kind of show and tell things for today. So, not only in Italian families, you know that, well, mostly in Italian families, because sometimes you got to be careful what you say, because your relatives might get upset for something you say or you accuse them of, and they might understand it that that's not what you mean. Well, that was the case with my Aunt Mary, because we were kind of separated for a long, long time. And it was between the sisters, but and it was unfortunate that my Aunt Mary didn't realize it was much too late, and then she wasn't with us for that long. But of course, she is left a legacy. Her legacy is Johnny G playing these records. It is. And she must, and I tried so hard to get her back into our lives, because really she had 5 nieces and nephews she really didn't interact with anymore. It was very unfortunate for something like that, and that happens in Italian it does not only in Italian families, in any family that you may say something. So anyway, one day in 1989 now, I get a letter in the mail, okay? And I know how my aunt writes. Of course, there was nothing else on the letter. So I get this letter in the mail, okay? And I know my aunt's writing, because mostly anybody that's going to write me a letter is not going to write it to Johnny Galindo. But I know how my aunt writes, okay? And you can talk to my mother. That is my Aunt Mary's writing. Okay, so she sent this to me. She sent something in the mail to me. She must have known, well, she knew I was a collector. So I didn't have the courage to call her, although I've tried many times. Unfortunately, when I would see her, it would be at wakes. Okay, and I made cassette tapes for her. I recorded her favorite songs, and I found out much later that she cherished those tapes, because she used to walk every day. For years that I didn't see her, she would walk every day, and she wore out those tapes. So when you finally miraculously got back together again, I told her, I said, "Well, Mary, I'm gonna buy." And it was unfortunate, the things that happened to her, because I know her life would have been better if she had her other nieces and nephews in her life too, but unfortunately that just was not the card that she was dealt. So anyway, I get this letter in the mail, and I get this, and I don't know, Bill Obe or maybe Gordy or others that are in the chat room, because I never had the time to go to the UGHA meetings at all. Well, this looks like she must have thought of me, and I don't know how she got this, okay, because I know she wasn't listening to Ronnie I on the radio. She wasn't, so somebody gave it to her. So she sent me this. Okay, you see that? It is a flyer. It says, and Bill Obe, you probably can shed some more light on this. UGHA Productions presents Ronnie I's Collector Groups Concert Volume 3. And it relates to this next record too, because this group was on the lineup. So it says Saturday, October 7, 1989, 8 p.m. Doors open at 5 p.m. with records and memorabilia on sale. So it says starring, so the stars of the show, and maybe Karen Efron, a bunch of people in my chat room went to this show. So it says starring, and tell me if you remember this, Dean Barlow and the Crickets. This is 1989. And then it says from California, Vernon Green and it says and A Medallions Group. It says the 5 Discs, the Admirals / Sultans. says first appearance in 25 years. I know Jack Saperstein saw this. Lonnie and the Carolines, back by popular demand from California, and it relates to this song. Arthur Lee May and Crowns Group, plus the Blue Stars and the Ambient Band. It was at Schutzen Park Main Hall at 3167 Kennedy Boulevard, North Bergen, New Jersey. All tickets, $25, which is a steal, really. Available through UGHA P.O. Box 185, Clifton, New Jersey, or Clifton Music. For further information, call 201-365-0049. So she sent me this, and then she sent me the United in Group Harmony. This is the Ronnie I. This was like fellow members. It was like a letter that he puts out. He would put out this letter, and this was dated September 1st of 1989. So she thought of me at this moment to send me this list, and I saw it in the file there, and I just wanted to share it, especially since I'm playing an Arthur Lee May and the Crowns tune. Now, I don't know if they perform this. Maybe the flip side, because we're going to play the flip side because it relates to the next record after this. But anyway. So let's fill a request now for listener Bill Sheriff in our YouTube chat room as we go out to Los Angeles, California. And we know this artist, Arthur Lee May, had two professions. He was a baseball player, and he was also a singer. And he played minor league baseball in 1955 and eventually went pro in 1959. And I'm waiting, Arch got to see a picture of his 1959 card with the Milwaukee Braves, okay? And, of course, he was the lead singer of the Crowns. They did 3 for the Bahari Brothers RPM record label, and this was their first, as I think both sides of this written by Richard Berry. And this is by request for Bill Sheriff, February 55. The Arthur Lee May and the Crowns. Wrong title, Charlene. It's called Uchi Pachi. Arthur Lee May and the Crowns. It's going out to Bill Sheriff in our YouTube chat room. Here you go, Bill.
When the clock strikes 3, we're gonna have a ball. We're gonna rock and roll, and that ain't all. We're gonna ooh-chee-patchy, ooh-chee-patchy, ooh-wee, ooh-chee-patchy all the time. When the clock strikes 4, we're gonna kiss some more. Diddly-wah-wah. When the clock strikes 5, I don't want to jive. Diddly-wah-wah. Baby, after 6 o'clock's come 7, your good loving is just like a heaven. Me gonna ooh-chee-patchy, ooh-chee-patchy, ooh-wee, ooh-chee-patchy all the time. When the clock strikes 9, we'll hear a fine. Diddly-wah-wah. From 10 to 11, I'll love you so. Long about midnight, let you go. We're gonna ooh-chee-patchy, ooh, you to know we're gonna ooh, 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 chibadgy, ooh, 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 chibadgy, ooh, wee, ooh, chibadgy all the time.
Here you go. That one there by request for Bill Sheriff in our YouTube chat room. That's sound of Arthur Lee May and the Crowns. Arthur Lee May and the Crowns on the Bahari Brothers RPM record label. Uchi Pachi is the name of the tune. February 55 release. You know, this song would be covered by, actually, I messed up here. That was a Johnny Otis pen tune because I was looking at the wrong record. Only because I'm going to play the flip side of this. So I messed that up, folks. Sorry about that. February 55. Linda Hayes and the Platters also recorded that. They covered that for King Records. The same tune, Uchi Pachi. That one they're going out to Bill Sheriff in our YouTube chat room. That's their first of three. Let us continue here. So I was looking for requests for listener James Stone. I found one last night. It was not that late, so I had to look through a bunch of records. I found a string of Essex label 45s. Okay, records on the Essex label. And I found this request for James Stone. This girl group trio. They were sisters, and they were originally from Caldwell, Kansas, but they were raised in Oklahoma. Now, the sisters were twins. Wait a minute. The sisters on this release are twins. Jean, wait a second. Jean, Eugenia, and Ginger, or Dinning, okay? They first recorded for the Capitol record label back in 1945, but they did 3 on David Miller's Essex label out of Philadelphia. Now, you may remember, I mean, they're known as the Dinning sisters. You may know their brother, who had a big hit in 1960, I think, a song called Teen Angel. It came out on the MGM label in 1960. That was their brother, but here are his sisters, okay? And this was their first of 3 on the Essex label, and this song was first done by Arthur Lee May and the Crowns. So we're going to play the original after we hear this cover. And this is and they did a bunch of covers. I think I saw other ones on the Essex label. Well, this one's by request for James Stone, April 1955. It features Jean Dinning on lead, the Dinning sisters on Essex Records, and their rendition of the tune, Truly. This is for James Stone. Here you go, James. Cover tunes here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. There you go. That was a cover song done by the Dinning Sisters on the Essex record label. That one released in April of 1955, and that is Gene Dinning on lead. Their rendition of the Arthur Lee May and the Crowns tune, Truly. Well, now let's give a listen to the original version. This is the original version of that tune. This was released in February of 1955 on the Bahari Brothers RPM record label. Arthur Lee May on lead. Arthur Lee May and the Crowns with the original version of Truly. Here you go. Sound of Arthur Lee May and the Crowns gave you the comparison there. And that is the original version of Truly, February 1955 release there on the RPM record label. Let us continue here for a Saturday evening, welcoming in new people here to the program. Thank you, those people that are finding out about the Vinyl Treasure Show. I hope you would consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. I will be back next Saturday evening. Wednesday, I'll be here for the Soul Show. So if you like soul music, tune into that program, 9 p.m. till midnight. We stay till around 12:30 as long as the copyright police don't shut me down. They just shut my show down. They block it while I'm live, but I broadcast simultaneously on oldiesandmoreradio.com, so you can go there and listen to the stream. Also, I post up to my website, vinyltreasures.net. You can go there and download the MP3s of the program. They're there to download if you'd like to do that. I know some people, they don't look at the show. They like to listen to the show. But, you know, whatever you like, Johnny G's got it. And again, if you have a request, you can send it to me at vinyltreasures@AOL.com. That is what we do here. So thank you again, all you gals and guys that tune into the program. Let us continue now, and we fill a request now as we go to Detroit, Michigan for James Pomerico. And I think this is his favorite tune, James. I think you said that to me this week in your email. It's on Devorah Brown's legendary Fortune record label, and they are Joe Weaver with the Don Juans. And if you talk about some of the Fortunes having some surface noise, this one does have surface noise. This is a mint copy out of Norm's collection, but it has surface noise. It's unfortunate. Some of them do, and some of them don't. But the Don Juans are backing him up. Now, the Don Juans included James Drayton, Charles Evans, Lonnie Hurd, and sometimes Eddie Lee Hurt, who was the lead singer of the group, we would say. But they backed up other artists on the label also, like Don Lane and Marcia Renee and Andre Williams, and this singer, Joe Weaver. This one released in January of 56 on the Fortune label by request for James Pomerico. Joe Weaver and the Don Juans, and their tune called Baby, I Love You So. Here you go, James, for you. There you go. Sounds of Detroit here on the Vinyltreasure show. That one there going out to James Pomerico. That is, lost my place, Joe Weaver with the Don Juans. Joe Weaver with the Don Juans, January 1956 release there on the Fortune record label. His first of two for Fortune Records. A Baby, I Love You So is the name of the tune. You know, those Don Juans also recorded as the $5, okay? The $5. Johnny G here on a Saturday as we continue here. And let's fill a request for listener Jim Lampley in Texas. We go back out to California, this time to Johnny Otis's Dig record label. Now, he was running talent shows in Los Angeles, California. I actually discovered this gal. She was 16 years old when she recorded her first song for Johnny Otis, a song called Blue Mood, which was actually a pretty big hit for the label, did well for the label. But Jim requested her follow-up, a tune written by Jackie Kelso. I think he was the sax player, and also Johnny Otis. And this is with the Johnny Otis Orchestra. And there's a group on this. I don't know if the Premiers are backing her up on this side. I tried to look real quick to see. I probably should have checked the California book, but didn't get a chance to do that. Charlene doesn't have the California book. But this was her follow-up from December of 1956, and actually she spelled her name differently here. She spelled it Stephenes. I'm talking about Julie Stevens, okay? Or it looks like Steffens, but it's really Stevens. And this is going out to Jim Lampley in Texas from December 56 on Johnny Otis's Dig label, Julie Stevens. The song is called Take My Heart for Jim in Texas. Here it is. There you go. There you go. Sounds of California here on the Vinyltreasure Show. Maybe the Premier's on there. I don't know. I should have checked the California book there. But that one there for Jim Lampley in Texas, December 56. Julie Stevens on the Dig record label. Take My Heart is the name of the tune. She also has other releases, I think, on Eldo. Maybe it was a re-release of Blue Mood, I think, because that was a big seller for the Dig record label. Then maybe Johnny Otis's Eldo record label. Let us continue here, and we move into 1957 now. Let's fill a request for Ronnie Sherman. Thank you, Ronnie, for your email, as he selected this singer originally from New Orleans, Louisiana, but he was raised in Buffalo, New York. He became a member of the Vibra Harps that recorded for the Beach label, although I don't think he recorded on that session, but he was with the group when they were performing up in Buffalo, New York. He would go solo sometime in 1957, signed with Sid Nathan's Deluxe record label. Ronnie requested his second of 8 for the Deluxe label. It was a song he co-wrote. I like this record a lot. Let's go to July of 1957 for Mr. Donnie Elbert, a very distinctive sound, a unmistakable sound, I guess, his high falsetto voice. This is for Ronnie Sherman, July 57, Donnie Elbert on Deluxe with a group. It's called Believe It or Not for Ronnie Sherman. Here you go, Ronnie, for you. There you go. That one there by request for Ronnie Sherman. That's the sound of Donnie Elbert. Donnie Elbert, Donnie Elbert goes into the 1970s with his record, so you can hear him on the Wednesday Night Soul Show also. But that one there on Sid Nathan's Deluxe record label, released in July of 57, Believe It or Not, is the name of the tune for Ronnie Sherman. That's Donnie Elbert. Believe it or not, Johnny G features only original vinyl 45s here on a Saturday evening. As we continue here, we are in 57. Let's do a flip side request for listener Chuck Mitchell in our YouTube chat. We go back out to California. Featured the flip side of this last week on Lyle Griffin's hip label. Her name was Fay Wilson. Fay Wilson featured the side called Playing Me for a Fool. Chuck also requested the flip side. Now, this is actually a cover song, this tune, first recorded back in 1940 by the Cats and the Fiddle on the Bluebird label, which I have played on my 78 show. I think I have a 45 of it to reissue. But let's give a listen to this version. It's with Johnny Otis and his orchestra, and probably the Hollywood Flames backing her up on this again. So let's go to April of 1957 by request for Chuck Mitchell in our YouTube chat room. Miss Fay Wilson. Fay Wilson on Hip Records. It's called I Miss You So. This is for Chuck.
I miss you so.
Most of all once more. Please come back. I miss you so. I thought that you said we'd never part, my dear, and now I'm longing for you to be near. I'll always love you, and I'll be true. Oh, honey, don't you know? Most of all, I miss you so. I really love you. Yes, I really miss you so. I miss you so.
Yeah, nice rendition of that tune there. That one there going out to listener Chuck Mitchell in our YouTube chat room. That is Fay Wilson. Fay Wilson and group, probably the Hollywood Flames there, April 1957 release on the Hip record label. And her rendition of the tune, I Miss You So, as we continue here on the Vinyltreasure Show. If you are new to this program, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. Charlene, I sent you the file. The print is all off, and you can see it. But let us continue here. We are in 1957. Now, interesting thing is, do you remember when did I buy my new sneakers? And I showed you my sneakers. Well, UK listener Indrajit Advani said, Johnny G, when you showed your big sneakers on the YouTube stream, I thought of some cool records that maybe I could request on your show and dedicate it to you and your shoes. So I says, okay. I says, what do you have there? So I think I had 3 of the 4 or 2 of the 3, whatever it was, and I found this when it was filed. I told Charlene I'm going to pick one, and which first one I find was, she did 2. I think she did the Cleftones 10 pairs of shoes, but this one was more appropriate. And you know that Johnny G doesn't feature lots of rockabilly here, but I know many of you do enjoy rockabilly tunes. So this is for UK listener Indrajit Advani over in the UK. This a singer and guitarist born in, is it Renzi, Mississippi, but he would move to Memphis, Tennessee, and his name, Jesse Lee Densen, but he recorded as Lee Densen, and he is reported to have taught Elvis Presley how to play guitar when they were just teenagers in Memphis, Tennessee. They were like neighbors. Of course, Elvis went on to bigger and better things, but his friend also recorded, had 2 releases on the Vic record label. That was a subsidiary of RCA. This was his second for Vic, a tune written by Ray Stanley. It features Eddie Cochran on lead guitar, and this is from June of 57, so by request for UK listener Indrajit Advani, sending it out for Johnny G's new sneakers. This is Lee Densen on Vic. It's called New Shoes for Indrajit Advani. Here you go.
Dancing with you, baby, can't it feeling good? But these shoes I'm wearing don't fit me like they should. The man who put them on me said they fit me right. Think he done me dirty, they're feeling kind of tight. New shoes, new blues, new shoes, new blues. dancing, baby. I can dig the groove. I can cut it, baby, till the music starts to move. My toes are getting stepped on out here in the crowd. And you hear them screaming, Daddy, oh, let us out. New shoes, new blues. New shoes, new blues. New shoes, you're on my feet. If you will do the same, if you really love me like I think you do, let your feet go crazy, I go crazy too. New shoes, new blues, new shoes, new blues, new shoes, new blues, new shoes, new blues, new shoes,
new blues. There you go for JohnnyGs. I'm breaking them in, folks. I'm trying to break those sneakers in. They're coming in nicely, it is. I wish my feet were coming in nicely, but no, they're not. But there you go, by request for listener Indrajit Advani over in the UK, June 1957 release there. Lee Densen on the Vic labels, the RCA subsidiary Vic label. That was originally X Records too, by the way. New Shoes is the name of the tune. Later recorded releases on Kent and Merry and Magic Lamp. Oh, that's much later, Magic Lamp. Enterprise is really late. And also recorded as Jesse James on the Kent label, which I think I have. Those are all labels that Johnny G does collect as we continue here for a Saturday evening. We are in the 1957 block. Let's fill a request now for listener Paul Michel as we go back out to California to Don Barksdale's Rhythm record label for this one. It's the debut single for this group out of Pittsburgh, California. Their first of four. It features 15-year-old Alice Jean Wilton, okay, along with the background group. They're called the Mondellos, and I'm featuring the A side of the 45 from March of 1957. This was this isn't maybe the second hardest for Johnny G to find, because they're not easy to find, the records by Alice Jean and the Mondellos. But this one for Paul Michel. This is on the Blue Rhythm label. Alice Jean and the Mondellos. It's called 100 Years from Today for Paul Michel. Here you go.
Oh
Yeah, sounds of California here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Lots of California sounds. Listen, you dictate what I play here on the program for a Saturday evening, and that is a great tune there by Alice Jean and the Mondellos. Oh, I lost my place. She is Alice Jean Wilton on lead. Well, listen, it says, it was funny, Chris Reed mentions sounds older. Well, her age would increase on the labels as they would say, says 15 years old. I think her next one would say 16-year-old. I don't know if they put 17, but anyway, that's on Don Barksdale's Rhythm record label, March 57, 100 years from today. Well, that is a long time. Let us continue now. We are in 1957, and you all know this next singer from Barnwell, South Carolina. This is a request for listener Delwood Jeff. And this is on Sid Nathan's Federal record label. Had 18 releases on the Federal label between 1955 through 1960 before he switched to King Records. This was his fifth on the Federal label, a song he co-wrote from February 57. Let's give a listen to James Brown. I don't think the Famous Flames are mentioned on... hold on a second. Yeah, they don't mention the Famous Flames on here because maybe they're not on it. But anyway, for Delwood Jeff from February 57, James Brown on the Federal label, it's called Chani on Chan, James Brown. Here you go. There you go. That one there by request for Delwood Jeff, the sound of James Brown. No group on that, as Johnny G forgetting. I need a program director here. February 57 on the Federal, Sid Nathan's Federal record label. James Brown with Chani on Chan is the name of the tune. As we have a party here every Saturday evening, get your requests into Johnny G. Email me at vinyltreasures@aol.com. And we have more, well, actually two more in the year 1957. This one going out to Daniel Kubacki in our YouTube chat as we go to Philadelphia now. This is a B-side of a monster hit for this group. They first recorded this tune on K. Williams Jr. label, and it started to become a hit when Dick Clark played it on his American Bandstand show, and then it would get picked up by Al Silver's Ember label. I'm talking about a song called Get a Job, but Daniel requested the flip side of the 45, and again, they worked out a deal. Al Silver worked out a deal with the owner of Junior Records, and this record went national, became a big hit for Ember Records. It features Bill Horton on lead from November of 1957 by request for Daniel Kubacki. Let's give a listen to the Silhouettes on the Ember label, and the song is called I Am Lonely for Daniel Kubacki. Here you go.
I'm lonely. I don't want to be lonely, 'cause I dream of you only the night through. The whole night through. I'm lonely. Will I always be lonely? Because you left me lonely. Left me sad and blue. Dreaming of you. Dreaming of you. The way I do. The way I do. When will my dream? When will my dream ever come true? Ever come true? Little, you know, pretty baby, I'm lonely. I don't want to be lonely. I don't have to be so lonely. When I find you. When I find you. I don't want to be so lonely. When I find you. When I find you.
There you go, B-sides here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. That one there by request for listener Daniel Kubacki in our YouTube chat room. The sound of the Silhouettes there. Silhouettes, the flip side of Get a Job, featured it on the second label, Ember Records, because my Junior doesn't play that good. And that's the first press, folks. We have the kind of like that dark brown, maroonish, no, dark brown Junior label. It doesn't have, it shouldn't say Records under the Junior label, because if you have a second press of that, it should be like the one I showed you with no records under it. That's the true first press. But I bought that from the Count, and that was, it's got some bad scratch on it, but it wasn't that expensive, but still I'd like to have a nice copy of that. I think I saw it in Greg's collection, but there were too many other records, I didn't take it. But that one plays pretty nice. I have about 15 copies of that record. I had so many. I cleaned about 5 of them today to find the best one. That one was the best one. But there you go. The B-side to Get a Job, I Am Lonely. That is a Bill Horton on lead, November 57 on the Ember label. Johnny G spinning my 45s here. We have one more from the year 1957. So where is Geronimo? Geronimo, you were in the chat room earlier because your request is up now from 1957 as we go out to Los Angeles, California for this girl group sound. This is on a Leona Roop's Ebb record label. Now, let me see. This group was named by George Mottola, who co-wrote this tune with Hal Wynn and Joe Mascalco. He was a writer in a lot of West Coast songs here. Now, the group is called the Georgettes, and the lead singer on this is George Mottola's wife, Ricky Page. She does lead on this. Supposedly, the guitarist on this recording was, the guitarists on this was Joe Mathis and Eddie Cochran. Again, Eddie Cochran returns here. Okay, this is from November 57 by request for Geronimo. These are the Georgettes, and this is with Ricky Page on lead. She was the wife of George Mottola. The song is called Love Like a Fool. This is on Ebb Records for Geronimo. Here you go, Geronimo.
Now if you love like a fool, you're gonna cry like a fool. If you live like a fool, you're gonna die like a fool. A fool in love knows this too well. If you wanna be smart, stay away from love's bed. Now if you love like a fool, you're gonna cry like a fool. If you live like a fool, you're gonna die like a fool. A fool in love don't stand no chance. If you wanna be smart, stay away from romance. Wiser men than you or I have given love a try. They started in and thought they'd win, but always end up crying. Love like a fool, you're gonna cry like a fool. If you live like a fool, you're gonna die like a fool. You're better off if you don't start, 'cause if you love like a fool, he'll break your heart. Wiser men than you or I have given love a try. They started in and thought they'd win, but always end up crying. Love like a fool, you're gonna cry like a fool. If you live like a fool, you're gonna die like a fool. You're better off if you don't start, 'cause if you love like a fool, he'll break your heart. He'll break your heart.
There you go. That one there going out to Geronimo in our YouTube chat room. That's the sound of the Georgettes. The Georgettes there on the Ebb record label. That is Leona Roopes. That was the wife of Art Roop. They got divorced, and she ended up getting lots and lots of money. I will tell you that much there. But that's November 1957. Love Like a Fool is the name of the tune. And the interesting thing about this, I was like, why do I have two copies of this record? Okay, that is because on the flip side here, which is Oh Tonight, which I think was the A side of the record, this publishing here is Home Folks, which is weird. So I don't know who, I think that's Ebb's publishing, but it really should be House of Fortune. Okay, House of Fortune was Mottola's publishing company, and that's on this press that I have. I don't know where I got these. I didn't pay a lot of money for these records either, by the way, when I picked them up. But I run this label, Ebb Records. Anyway, there you go for Geronimo. As we continue here for a Saturday evening, let's fill a request now for a listener, Liam Savoy in Australia. This group is out of Paterson, New Jersey, and they had 3 releases for the Decca record label, and they were known as the Van Dykes. Now, not to be confused with the Hispanic group from Brooklyn. They were different Van Dykes. They recorded for the King record label. But with their first recording, they had this session held on April 11th, 1958. They cut 4 sides. And this was, wait a minute, I guess this was their first recording session was held on April 11th of 1958. They cut 4 sides. This was the second a single release from that session. And I think I upgraded this. I won this in a Don Folletti auction because he's got pristine 45. So if you're looking for upgrades, I missed his Apollo auction. But I did, when I used to buy from eBay, I kind of steer away with it because I don't like the sales tax that gets tacked on to all the records. Imagine if I was bidding on a $4,000 record and they put sales tax on top of it. I think I like to pay another 8.37% sales tax on top of the record. That ain't happening. But anyway, this is a nice copy. It's a promo from November 1958 by request for Liam in Australia. The Van Dykes on Decca. It's called Come On, Baby. The Van Dykes. Here you go.
Come on, baby.
No, 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 no.
And treat me right.
No, 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 no.
Baby, everything's alright. Oh, baby, and treat me right
There you go. That one there going out to Liam in Australia, the sound of the Van Dykes. Van Dykes on the Decca record label. That's their second release. Isn't that what I said there, Charlene? Their second release. A song entitled Come On Baby, November 1958. And let's see, they had one more a year later on April 30th, 1959. They recorded it and released it in January. Okay, there you go. Anyway, let us continue here for a Saturday evening. Johnny G is your host, DJ. We're live on Oldies and More Radio. Also live on the YouTube stream as we continue. Let's do a twin spin on the Decca record label. And this is a request for listener Timothy in our YouTube chat room. This group hails from Westchester, New York. Hey, you know who else lives in Westchester, New York? I do. This group is from Westchester, New York. First recording as the Ray Allen Trio back in 1954 for Sid Nathan's King record label. And the trio was Ray Allen, Albanese. He played guitar, Frank Ray, bass, and Harold Stone, piano. But in 1955, they would add Vincent Gambella, guitarist, and recorded as the Classmates and also the Four Classmates for the King record label. Then they would change their name one more time to the Gumdrops. And they had and did 4 more releases for King Records, then signed with Decca Records for 1 release, and it's Timothy's Request. And this one co-written by the lead singer. His name is Ray Allen Albanese, and he's also on guitar. And this is from March of 1958 by request for Timothy in our YouTube chat room. Here are the Gumdrops on the Decca label. It's called You're the One. This is for Timothy. Here you go, Timothy.
From the start.
There you go. That one there going out to Timothy in our YouTube chat room. That is a self-contained group. That means they played all their own instruments and did their own vocals there. A group called the Gumdrops. The Gumdrops from March 1958 on the Decca record label. Song entitled You're the One, and you are the one here with Johnny G on a Saturday evening. Hope you're digging on the tunes here as we continue. Let's do a flip side request for listener M9 as I played the flip side of this on last week's show. This group out of Philadelphia. This was recorded at the Rico Art Studios in Philadelphia, and Val Shively put this out, actually 2 records out by the group. And they recorded it in 1958. Probably was supposed to be released on the Unart record label, but they never came out. And Shively put them out in February of 2003. Now, last week we played the flip side of this. Chuck Mitchell, you liked that record. I don't know if you received it in the mail yet to hear the other side of the record. We're going to play it. But last week I featured Madly for Amnon. This week he requested the flip side. It features Anthony McKinley on lead, recorded in 1958. Here are the Dell Knights, and he put it out on a Rico Art Records, which was the studio name, really. And the song is called Don't Cry Anymore. This is going out to listener Emnon. Here you go.
I love
that is a great record, I have to say. That is a great record there that Amnon requested there. Both records are excellent if you have that. I didn't know about it. I told you it was, what's his name? He passed away. Rich. He was the one that actually brought me over to Oldies and More Radio. He says, Johnny, you have these records. And I didn't. I called Fred Bond, and he sold me these two. But anyway, there you go. That one there by request for listener Amnon, the group called the Dell Knights. The Dell Knights from 1958. Recorded in 58, but not released until 2003 on, I guess he put it out, Val, on this Rico Art label. That was just the studio name, but they called it the label Don't Cry Anymore for Amnon. As we continue here in 1958, and let's fill a request for listener Bill Olb, as this group isn't really not that far from Johnny G either. This group is from Mount Vernon, New York. And they had, let's see, the group is called the Versatiles, okay, the Versatiles, and this is on the Atlantic record label. It features Ben Sands on lead from October of 1958, great two-sided 45. This is going out to Bill Obe. We'll talk about Bill after the record. The Versatiles on Atlantic. The song is called Passing By for Bill Obe in New Jersey. Here you go.
Shoo, shoo, doo, doo, shoo, wah, wah, shoo, shoo, doo, shoo, wah, wah, shoo, shoo, doo, shoo, wah, wah, shoo, shoo, wah, I never had mercy. When you get me your side, so I say I never had.
Here you go. Great tune there by request for listener Bill Olb. The sound of the Versatiles, featuring Ben Sands on lead. That one released in October of 1958 on the Atlantic record label. Passing By is the name of the tune. Of course, Bill Olb will be my in-studio guest here on October 16, 2025. Bill will be doing his fifth gospel special here on the Vinyltreasure show. That'll be Thursday, October 16th, 2025, from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The show will be Gospel Special number 5. The program will be the Gospel Battle of Song Formats. Okay, rhythm and blues versus soul harmony gospel tunes with more than 20 artists artists not played on previously Johnny G gospel special shows. And Bill's done a few here on a Thursday. Now, the listeners and viewers will be able to make the comparison of rhythm and blues to soul harmony gospel recordings. Now, many of the records scheduled to be played are considered collector's items. Now, the quality of the music gospel recordings will likely enhance the interest of the listeners and viewers of Johnny G Vinyltreasures show. So please mark your calendars accordingly for October 16th, 2025. I posted it. I sent Bill the link for the show. It's up there now, so you can click that button to get notified. I think you can, but you got to be signed into YouTube for that. So he will be back here in the studio on Thursday, October 16th. Can't believe this is coming up the last week of September. Boy, as we continue here on the Vinyltreasure show, let's fill a request now. Where's my sheets? What do my sheets here? Johnny G getting discombobulated here. Let's go to the host side here for that. Okay, so let's fill a request now for listener. I think this is David Vielma. I think David Vielma requested this tune here. I'm looking for my notes here. As we go to the Bronx, New York. Now, Tootsie Schmutzie, you requested a Robert and Johnny tune, but I can't play that song on this program because they'll block it. But they won't block their other releases. At least they haven't for this one. But because I played the flip side of this. This actually comes with alternate flips, folks. There were 2 presses of this Robert and Johnny record, but let's talk about this first. This duo from the Bronx, New York, a request for listener David Vielma. They had 16 releases for High Weiss's Old Town record label between 1956 and 1962. Now, David requested their 6th release. This is actually the follow-up to We Belong Together. And they are Robert Carr and Johnny Mitchell, recorded as Robert and Johnny. Now, I think the first press of this comes out on the yellow Old Town label. It's flipped with the song called I Know. And the other release, of Marry Me is flipped with I Believe in You. 4 great sides, in my opinion. But anyway, let's give a listen to this one that David requested. May 58, Robert and Johnny on the Old Town record label, going out to listener David Vielma in our YouTube chat room. It's called Marry Me, Robert and Johnny.
Do you take this girl to be your wife, to fuss and fight for the rest of your life? Marry me, da, da, da. Marry me, da, da, da. I love you, yes I do. I want you for my wife.
you go. Duos here on the Vinyltreasure show. Johnny G getting caught is what I am. But there you go. That one there going out to listener David Vielma, the sound of Robert and Johnny. Robert and Johnny from May 58. On High Weiss's Old Town record label, Marry Me is the name of the tune. This is the side with I Know as the flip here. And I found this one at the Yonkers Raceway Flea Market for $0.25. Can't go wrong for that. And I found the other one in a flea market too. But anyway, I digress. Let's stay in 1958. Is this the last one in 58, I think? Yeah, this is the last one in 1958 before we get to a request for SNB. And this is a request for Graylin, a.k.a. G-Dog, in our YouTube chat room, this singer from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. She has a unique style, and she could be considered in the likes of Sarah Vaughan and Dinah Washington, but of course not achieving the success that both those gals did. But she signed with Capitol Records in late 1954. She had about 19 releases on the label through 1963. This was her 9th release, a tune written by Murray Berlin and Roy Alfred. It's with the Van Alexander Orchestra, and this is off of an LP. I asked Bill about this record. He has the LP. It's called The Late Late Show is the name of the LP. And it says on the label, it says featuring, I never saw this before, but it's featuring the muted trumpet of Jonah Jones, if you know who Jonah Jones is. But anyway, let's give it a spin. January 1958, by request for Graylin in our YouTube chat room, Dakota Staton, on the Capitol record label. It's called The Late Late Show. Here you go for Graylin.
Gee, it's cozy in the park tonight when you cuddle up and hold me tight. Stars above, they seem to know we're putting on the late, late show. Hear the crazy music in the trees. See the flowers dancing in the breeze. Oh man, moon begins to glow. He's joining in the late, late show. Birds that should be dreaming, starting chirping a song. While fireflies are gleaming, we kiss, ooh, all night long. Then we amble back to my front door, say goodnight and then we kiss some more. Guess you know I like you so. It started at the late, late show. In the park tonight, when you cuddle up and hold me tight. Stars above, they seem to know we're putting on the late, late show. Hear the crazy music in the trees. See the flowers dancing in the breeze. Oh man, moon begins to glow. He's joining in the late, late show. Birds that should be dreaming, starting chirping a song. While fireflies are gleaming, we kiss, all night long. Then we amble back to my front door, say goodnight and then we kiss some more. Guess you know I like you so. It started at the late, 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 at the late, late show.
There you go, by request for Graylin, a.k.a. G-Dog, in our YouTube chat room as the Copyright Police come out chasing Johnny G on that tune. Dakota Staton on Capitol Records, January 58 release. The Late Late Show is the name of the tune. John G ain't going late, late, late. We are on the last page here, and don't have many. I have 41 records, 42 records here. We're on record number 33 here. Let's fill a request for Steve B, a.k.a. SNB, in our YouTube chat room. And we go back to Brooklyn, New York. He requested the debut single for this group. It was the group's biggest hit. They're called the Impalas, and this was on the MGM subsidiary Cub record label. And it features Earl Speedo Frazier on lead. This charted number 2 on Billboard and Cashbox. And I have the first issue of this, okay? It's called I Ran All the Way Home for you collectors out there. Then they put Sorry in front of it. And I have a decent copy of the True First Press. It's their first of 4 on the Cub record label by request for Steve B in our YouTube chat room. Here are the Impalas from January 59, and I Ran All the Way Home for Steve B. Here you go.
Sorry, sorry, oh so sorry. Uh-oh. I ran all the way home just to say I'm sorry. What can I say? I ran all the way. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I ran all the way home just to say I'm sorry. Please let me stay. I ran all the way. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And now I'm sorry, sorry, sorry. I didn't mean to make you cry. Let's make amends. After all, we're more than friends. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I ran all the way home just to say I'm sorry. What can I say? I ran all the way. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And now I'm sorry, sorry, sorry. I didn't mean to make you cry. Let's make amends. After all, we're more than friends. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I ran all the way home just to say I'm sorry. Please let me stay. I ran all the way. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Whoa, whoa, oh. Yeah, yeah, oh, oh. Yeah, yeah,
Okay, there you go. That one there going out to SNB in our YouTube chat room. That's the sound, excuse me, of the Impalas. The Impalas on the Cub record label. That's their debut single, their first of 4. Song entitled I Ran All the Way Home. You could own it as Sorry I Ran All the Way Home. That's a Joe Speedo Frazier only, January 1959 release. And we have one more from the year 1959, and this is a request for listener Stephen Kahn. Now, this gal is her only release. This is she's out of Miami, Florida. This is on a Fred Marshall's Campus Records, which was also out of Miami, Florida. And he also co-wrote this tune with someone by the name of Tony Mattis, who was a Spanish pianist and composer and band leader in Miami, Florida. Actually, he migrated from Cuba and he was owner of a bunch of different record labels. Charlene doesn't have it here. She doesn't have all the information I gave her. This one released in September of 59, although it sounds earlier. I don't think this is a common record by any means, but it came out in September of 59 according to the website I found, and it's by Charlene Morris and the Dreamers. Maybe she doesn't like it because it says Charlene. I don't know. But it's Charlene Morris and the Dreamers on the Campus label. The song is called Forever and a Day. This is by request for Stephen Kahn. Here you go, Stephen.
My love must be the kind you're willing to share, the kind of love that means you will care forever and a day. My wish is that you'll love me all through the years, through all our troubles, laughter and tears. You feel as I do, to kiss you and hold you, let my arms enfold you, tell me you'll always be true. Our love will lead us down the aisle hand in hand, to take our vow and to understand, love, honor, and obey. You feel as I do, to kiss you and hold you, let my arms enfold you, tell me you'll always be true. Our love will lead us down the aisle hand in hand, to take our vow and to understand, love, honor, and obey. Forever
There you go. Sounds a little bit earlier than 1959, but somebody had, there's a number of releases on this label. It's got to be rare. It's not that, I mean, I wouldn't say that it's going to demand a lot of money, but it's a rare record by any means. But they're called Charlene Morris and the Dream. September 1959 is what the date was. Whoever had information on this label. It's on the Campus record label, Forever and a Day. That one there by request for listener Stephen Kahn. Let's move into 1960 now, and this is my Collector's Corner record of the week, I guess we can call it. And actually, we'll also send it out to Jeff K Music, who gives me information, actually emails Johnny G, of people in the music industry that may have passed away. And one of the members of this group recently passed away. His name was Robert Taylor George, okay? And he was a member of this group from Lexington, Kentucky, okay? And they, what's it have here? This group is out of Lexington, Kentucky. They were, this quintet of 2 gals and 3 guys were all attending Paul Lawrence Dunbar and Frederick Douglass high schools, okay? And the lead singer, her name was Bonnie Johnson. The other members of the group were Mary Evans, Robert Taylor George, who just passed away, Ronnie West, and Charles Barber Jr. Collectively, they were known as Bonnie and Little Boys Blue. And this came out on Tom Birch's Nyko label. This is a rare record here. Co-written, this tune co-written by Ronnie West, group member and the lead singer on this, Bonnie Johnson. And there was a whole write-up. It was interesting because on the obituary, it said that Robert George Taylor was born to the late Virginia Kendrick. Well, let me see. On April 12th, 1940, peacefully departed this life in Indianapolis, Indiana on September 13th. He gave his life to Christ at an early age and unshamelessly proclaimed his faith throughout his life. So it says he served the body of Christ as a deacon and found joy in lifting his voice in songs of praise to the Lord and testifying of God's goodness. And it says here, as a young man, Robert excelled both on the field and the stage. A proud graduate of Paul Laurence Dunbar High School, which I mentioned, class of 1959. He was a star football player and gifted singer. His passion for music led him to record. Now, here's where it seems like it gets a little bit different. It says his passion for music led him to record an album with the group Bonnie and the Little Boys Blue, featuring the 1959 doo-wop hit, You'd Better Run. Well, it was actually released in May of 1960. That might have been when they recorded it. But then it goes on and it talks about some other things. He was a veteran of the U.S. Army and a skilled brick mason, so he had like a wonderful life, most proud of his children and grand. So it was a very, very sad, but he was a member of this group, and he left us with this. This is a cool song, too, I have to say, and plus it's a rare record. So anyway, so we'll send it out to Jeff K., and this is my collector record of the week from May 1960, Bonnie and the Little Boys Blue on the Nyko label. It's with Bonnie Johnson on lead. It's called You'd Better Run, as we remember Robert Taylor George. Here we go.
Boom, 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 boom. You better run before it's too late. My love just won't wait. You better run. You better run. And as fast as you can. Are you done understanding? You better run. If you don't run, I will give you one of my spell. And under that spell, I'll make you love me. Whoa, run before it's too late. My love just won't wait. You better run.
There you go, as we remember group member Robert Taylor Green, who recently passed away September 13th of 2025, a member of that group, May 1960 release there, and we'll send it out to Jeff K. Also, that is the collector record of the week, Bonnie and the Little Boys Blue on the Nyko record label, You Better Run. I tell you what happened with this record here. So I was working as an accounting controller at the time it was with a company called Railworks, and also I was in the division LK Comstock. They do construction work with Local 6, and they do all the train lighting fixtures and whatnot, and bridges and whatnot, all the lights. So I'm in my office, and I get a phone call from Greg Surik, and he says, Johnny, I'm passing by White Plains. Can you come down? He knew where I worked. I worked on Hamilton Avenue in White Plains in the Gateway building. The Gateway, for the Gateway computers. They had a building there right by the train station. So I tell my secretary, I said, can you please watch my phone? I'm expecting a phone call from who knows what. So I sneak down. He goes, bring your checkbook. I said, bring my checkbook. So I take the elevator down, and he's standing outside we have like a kind of an outside lobby, and you can sit on the side where the plants are and whatnot. So he takes out this record box, and he says, do you need this record? So he shows me this, and I said, yeah, I need this record. So he says, well, it's kind of like a three-way deal. So you got to write me a check for $2,000 and make it payable to a record store in Texas. Now, I don't know what the record store was. I forget. I'd have to go check my checks, which I probably still have. So I wrote the check out, and I gave it to him, and he gave me the record. So that's how that record transferred hands with me. I don't know what he did. We've done multiple three-way deals in the past, but that was a deal that I got with Greg Surik. Johnny G here on a Saturday as we continue here, and we move into 1961 now, and this is a special request for Jean 1931, and she wants to send this one out specifically to the dude, whoever the dude is, and this group is out of Brooklyn, New York, and this is the group's debut single. This record would get picked up by Segway Records. I used to know who owns Segway Records, but this record charted number 15 on Cashbox, number 12 on Billboard, and wait a minute, number 15, Charlene, I don't know what this says here. It features Tommy Duffy on lead, okay, from January of 1961. Let's give a listen to The Echoes. The Echoes, featuring on the first label, SRG Records, would get picked up by Segway Records. The Echoes, the song is called Baby Blue. This is by request for Jean 1931, going out to the dude. Here you go, The Echoes.
You're my baby blue. That's what I call you. You know what baby blue to me, baby blue. I love you, I do.
Featured that one there on the original label, which is called SRG Records. We get picked up by Segway Records, January 61, The Sound of the Echoes there. That's Tommy Duffy on lead, The Echoes, a song entitled Baby Blue by request for Jean 1931, sending it out to the dude as we continue here. And we fill a request now for L.A. Arch in our YouTube chat room as we move into 1962. Let's go out to Los Angeles, California now for this girl group. They formed at Fremont High School back in 1961, first recording as the Sweethearts on the H.B. Barnum H3 label. They would then change their name to The Utmost, UTMOSTS, a tune that was produced by Gaynell Hodge. Gaynell Hodge, you know Gaynell Hodge, a member of the Robins and also the Turks and other groups. And this tune written by group member Uma Hurd, but it features Carlotta Robertson on lead. Let's go to February of 1962 by request for L.A. Arch in our YouTube chat room. Give a listen to The Utmost on the Pan Ore record label. It's called I Need You for L.A. Arch. Here you go. There you go. That one there going out to L.A. Arch in our YouTube chat room. That's the sound of The Utmost. You know I hate styrene 45s. And that doesn't come on a vinyl press. It only comes on styrene, the utmost there. And that is with Carlotta Robertson on lead, February 62 release on the Pan Or record label. I Need You is the name of the tune. Johnny G needs you to subscribe to my YouTube channel to keep the copyright police away. As we continue in 1962, let's go back to the Bronx, New York, and fill a request for listener Record Ralph. I think Tommy Albergo, this was on your list also. Okay, so we'll send it out also to you. This group had 11 releases on the Sabina record label, and in addition to an LP, but prior to this release, they backed up Dion, okay, on all his early roulette. Not roulette. How about Lori? How about Lori releases, Johnny? Okay, it's getting late, folks. And Ralph requested their 5th release, okay, on Sabina Records. It was first known as Sabrina, but then they had to change it to Sabina. Okay, this tune written by Ernie Maresca and Thomas Bogdani. Okay, it features Carlo Mastrangelo on lead. Let's go to June of 1962. This was on the charts, folks, those of you that were tuned in to the radio back in 1962. Let's give a listen to the Bellmonts. The Bellmonts on Sabina. It's called Come On, Little Angel. Here you go for Ralph Like in Syracuse and Tommy Albergo. Here you go.
Come on, little angel, won't you dance with me? Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, little angel, won't you dance with me? Well, at the last time you know that it was plain to see. We did the mashed potato and it sure was fun. Now everybody wants to see the way it's done. She moved to the right, she feels that beat, and she dances all the night. Why don't you come on, little angel, now the lights are down low. It's really getting late and now we have to go. Oh, thank you, little angel, for that wonderful kiss. And now you're gonna tell me, let's do it a twist. Well, come on, little angel, now twist. Yeah, now come on, little angel, now twist. Yeah, now come on, little angel, now twist. She moved to the right, she feels that beat, and she dances all the night. Why don't you come on, little angel, now the lights are down low. It's really getting late and now we have to go. Thank you, little angel, for that wonderful kiss. And now you're gonna tell me, let me do what a twist. Yeah, come on, little angel, now twist. Yeah, come on, little angel, now twist. Yeah, come on, come on, come on, come on.
There you go. That one there going out to listener Record Ralph, also Tommy Albergo, the sound of the Bellmonts, Carlo Mastrangelo on lead. I get trying to sound like, well, Dion had records like that. And that was there June 1962 on Sabina Records, Come On Little Angel. Now, that green label, that is a West Coast press. I used to buy records on the cheap from Ripley out in Los Angeles. I think he was out of Los Angeles, California. So he used to send me a list, and I would bid on things like $2 or whatever, $2 or $3 on the records, and he would send, and they were all nice, clean records. And some second presses too on some of the Dutone stuff. But anyway, so the black label is the East Coast first press. Let us continue here in 1962. One more in 1962. This is a request for listener Joe Shacatano. This is not an easy record to find. This group out of New York City, they're called the Standards. Now, not to be confused with the Standards that recorded for I think it's called Magna, for the Magna label. I think it comes out also on Chess and another label too. They are a different group. This group had I don't know if it was an earlier release, on the Gambit label, on Gambit Records. But that was their first release. This is their second. This was released in December 62 on Joe LaMonaco's Debro Records, which is out of New York City. This would later get picked up by Morris Levy's Roulette label, and it features Danny LaMonaco. Wait a minute. Danny LaMonaco, who wrote this tune. I think he's also the lead singer. From December 62, let's give a listen to the Standards. The Standards on Debro Records. It's called Tears Bring Heartaches. This is the first label, Debro Records. Here you go.
Tears, pain, heartaches for you. Tears, pain, heartaches for you. Tears bring heartaches, heartaches bring pain. When you're in love, it's not a game, so don't be a fool and take a chance unless you're sure it's a real romance. When you love someone with all your heart, then all at once it breaks apart. Without reason, without warning, you cry and cry till your tears run dry. Teardrops, teardrops.
Tears bring heartaches. Heartaches bring pain. When you're in love, it's not a game. So don't be a fool taking a chance unless you're sure it's a real romance.
When you love someone with all your heart, then all at once it breaks apart. Without reason, without warning, you cry and cry till your tears run dry. Tears, pain, heartaches for you. Tears, pain, heartaches for you.
There you go. That one there by request for listener Joe Shacatano in our YouTube chat room. Those are the Standards. The Standards on the Debro label, also reissued on, I have it on Lost Night too. I collect the Lost Night label also. December 62, the Standards with Tears Bring Heartaches. Although Johnny G's eye tears for no reason at all. I don't know why it does that. When I went to the doctor, they said, well, you have dry eyes. I mean, but it's just the right eye, so why wouldn't it be both eyes? I think it's got something to do with the swelling of my ankles because I don't get that much activity. Johnny G needs more activity instead of just going up and down the stairs with record boxes. We got 3 more 45s to go before we sign off here. Then maybe we'll talk about a few of my... I found a old list here, by the way. Interesting. This list, it's a personal want list, okay? And it's got a lot of cross-offs, so this has to be an old record. And if I tell you the records that it said I was missing on this list, I don't know if any of you are missing them, but I think I have them all. This list is completely gone, but these were the records I was missing. The Bachelor's Baby, which is on Earl. Well, I have that. The Baltineers' Tears in My Eyes, okay, on Teenage, which I have. Carl L. and the Buddies, Bobby My Love on Combo. Well, I have that. The Charmettes on Federal, Johnny, I have that. Well, this might be the only open item on my list. Well, I did get half of it. I have Cleo and the Crystaliers. So that means I was talking about the Cindy record because I knew I wasn't going to find the Johnson record. The Collegians, Let's Go for a Ride. So I have that. The Continentals, You're an Angel on Rama. I was missing that. The Copacetics Collegian on Premium. Well, I have that. I have 3 copies of that maybe. The Cosmic Rays. Well, you see, I got their easy one here. Daddy Gonna Tell No Lie. I need their other one. The Creations on Lido. There Goes the Girl. So Greg sold me that a long time ago. The Decoys. You know that record by the Decoys? I Want Only You on Anko. I have that. What else was I missing? Frankie Irvin, Some Other Guy on RSV. On the Heart label. That was the record that Dan Romanello held in his hand, and I thought he was going to crack it, and he wanted a trade. I said, that's not for sale, Dan. It was funny because he said to me, Johnny, you know this is my record. I said, well, it's not your record anymore. It's my record. He says, well, Greg bought this from me. I said, well, he bought it from you. You sold it. I now own it. He says, well, I want to do a trade. I says, I don't want to do a trade. And I was in the studio. I was in his studio. So he says, I want to do a trade. I'll give you a better copy of the Swans on Steamboat if you give me this record. And I think he wanted $500 or something. I said, no, Danny. I says, that's not working. I says, I'm not going to do that. So I said, Danny, be careful you don't break the record, because I thought he was going to snap it in half. And he knew it was his because it had, you know, when the label tears away, when it's pressed at the pressing plant, the label like pulls away. So I says, Danny, the record's not for sale. Okay, I know you sold it and you may want it back, but I don't have a second copy. If I had a second copy, I would sell it to you. But he wanted it, and I thought he was going to break it. I was like, Danny, give me the record. So he gave it to me. But I ended up getting, it was probably his copy that Greg ended up selling me. I needed the Gems, The Night Is Over on Win. I finally got that, but I got screwed on that sale. The Isley Brothers, The Angels Cried. I finally got that record. That was missing. Here's a hard record. I heard on the Gus Gossard show. Do you have the Joylarks? The Joylarks on the Snag label, Betty My Love. I finally got that record. Here's another hard one that Ronnie I used to play all the time. The Lollipops on Holland. You know that record? Believe in Me. Well, I ended up getting that record. The Love Notes, A Love Like Yours on Premium, which I ended up getting. But I still need the Love Notes on Imperial. That never materialized. The Majestics, Nighty Night on Marlin. I was missing that. Boy, this is a really old request list. The Marquis, Bohemian Daddy. I ended up getting that record. the Miners, Jerry. Okay, I have 2 copies of that record now. Okay, the Morocco's, Sad, Sad Hours on United. I have a nice copy of that. The Populaires, that was a difficult record for me to find. I found a copy. I Lost My Heart on Marvello, and that's not much more. What else? The Sedates, Girl of Mine was a record I was missing on Transatlas. The Charmiers, the girl group sound, A Schoolgirl in Love. I end up getting that. And what else is missing here? The Thorables, My Reckless Heart. That's a hard record. I got that. The Thrashers, Genie was another one I got. The Twilighters, Little Did I Dream. All these, I was missing all these records. The Uptones, Most of the Pretty Young Girls. I got that record. The Valentines, Tonight Kathleen. And the 2 last ones, Romeo by the Velours, which I have a nice copy of via Spence, and the Young Tones, You I Adore, which is really a hard record. So this request list could be thrown in the garbage. Anyway, so there you go. But anyway, let's get to the last last record here. This is for John Engstrom from September 63 on the Capitol record label. But this duo, Hal and Jean, they first recorded back in 1954 on the Southern City label as Hal the Trumpet King Gilbert and Jean the Blues Queen Gilbert. So they must have been married. But this one is by Hal and Jean. So they are Harold Wendell Gilbert from Gallatin, Tennessee, and Jean is Jean Gilbert. And they first recording for the Mickey label in Nashville, Tennessee. This is on Capitol from September 63 for John Engstrom. Hal and Jean with Hey You Standing There. This is for John Engstrom. Here you go. There you go. That one there going out to listener John Engstrom, September 63 release, Hal and Jean. Hal and Jean on the Capitol record label, song entitled Hey You Standing There. 2 more 45s to go here. Let's do a flip side request for listener Daryl Letts in our YouTube chat room. As last week I featured this group from Brooklyn, New York on the Epic record label, a group called the Concords, and that was for Paul Michel. We featured the side called It's Our Wedding Day. Daryl Letts requested the flip side of the 45. This tune written by S.L. Myers. And S.L. Myers, that is Sharon Lee, a.k.a. Jackie DeShannon, and also by Jack Nietzsche. He's the other writer on this. And she actually recorded this on a LP, I think, but then it would be recorded by the Concords. This features a Teddy Graybill on lead, and this is from June of 1964 by request for Daryl Letts. The Concords on the Epic label. The song is called Should I Cry? This is for Daryl Letts. There you go. That one there going out to listener Daryl Letts in our YouTube chat room. That's the Concords there. June 1964 release on the Epic record label, Should I Cry? Maybe Johnny G should cry. That's going to do it for Johnny G and the Vinyltreasure Show. I want to thank you for joining Johnny G, listening to these cool 45s out of my collection. If you have a request, you can send it to me at vinyltreasures@aol.com. That is the contact number. And if I have the 45, I'm featuring it. Unfortunately, Juan Campoy, I do not have that record. I thought I had it in my box, but it seems to have disappeared when I had it in a hold box. So somebody kind of took that out of my box, I think. But anyways, I don't have it. It's a very rare record on the Trans-American label, and I don't have that one. I don't have everything, folks. I have a lot of things, but not that one. But anyway, thank you all for tuning into the program. I hope you enjoyed the show. I apologize for getting involved in that list. I shouldn't have done that. I know many of you need to go to sleep, but anyway, I apologize for that. But thank you all for listening. Thank you, Charlene, for your help in preparing this show, helping me put this together. And I will be back next Saturday evening beginning at 9 p.m., 9 till midnight right here on Oldies and More Radio, also live on the YouTube. Again, if you have not yet done so, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel to keep this copyright police off my back, is what I really need them to be. But anyway, we're going to close the show this evening with a request for listener Adrian Viterbo in our YouTube chat as we head out to Los Angeles, California one more time. for this group, although this is on a Philadelphia label. Now, the group, their first release came out in 1962 on a West Coast label. I think it was George Mottola's Marquee label, a song called I Want a Chance, and they were known as The Vows. But this one is their another release they do from 1964 on the Tamara label. It features Helen Simpson on lead, and the other members of this group were Ralph Chestnut, he was the bass, his cousin Morris Chestnut, and James Moore. Here are The Vows on the Tamara label by request for Adrian Viterbo in our YouTube chat room, July 64. The song is called Dottie. That's going to do it, folks. Thank you all again for tuning into the program. I'll see you maybe Wednesday night right here on the Vinyltreasure Show. Just want to say, everybody, so long. Here you go. Adrian for you.
Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, you've been stood up. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, you've been stood up. Daddy, don't you wait any longer.
He stood me up.
Daddy, don't you wait any longer.
He stood me up.
Daddy, don't you wait any longer. He stood you up.
Oh no.
Oh yes.
Oh no.
Oh yes.
Oh
You've been stood up. Daddy, won't you come with me?
He stood me up.
Daddy, won't you come with me?
Yes, he stood me up.
Daddy, won't you come with me? He stood